Hey, John, I know that this team means everything to you. It's been in your blood for your entire life. What would it mean to you to turn this thing around in a meaningful way to get this team headed back for another Super Bowl? You personally.
Yeah, obviously, it would mean the world to me. It's been a very difficult 4 or 5 year period. And I'm tired of the losing and trying to explain what went wrong and why I think we're making progress. Now is the time to just start winning some more games. Now it's time to take the next step.
Hey, we're all set for the visit? Good. No, we're looking forward to having him here. The coaches are excited, Dave's excited. He'll get met at the airport, as we discussed. It's on the itinerary. He's gonna have dinner with, I think, coordinator, position coach. Joe's gonna try and stop by. I'll try and stop by in the city as well on my way home. And then tomorrow we'll do physicals, tour the facility, more meetings, talk ball. And then hopefully you and I will have a lot to talk about. Good? All right, if you have any questions in between now and then, let me know. It should be clear. We'll reach out to him and make sure that he knows exactly what's going on, and we'll make this go smoothly and hopefully productively. All right, pal. Talk to you later. Bye.
We have Adam Schefter back with us. Adam, you have news. What do you got?
We have the New York Giants and Leonard Williams reaching agreement on a new deal here.
This is a big-time move for the New York Giants. They needed to make sure that they kept him in the fold.
Blitz is picked up nicely, and then Brady's going to be swallowed up. Leonard Williams got to Tom Brady.
This is something that they had to make sure that they got done, and they got it done.
He played to such a high level last year, and had he hit the market, he would have been the #1 defensive player on the market.
You know, I didn't change for anybody. I didn't listen to any outside noise, and I just kept playing my game, and I'm really glad that this organization took a chance on me. I'm glad that it's worked out.
And look, now they really do have to turn their attention, though, to the offensive side of the football.
Galladay would be a great addition to that team to go with Slayton, Ingram, and Saquon Barkley. Wow.
What a catch! Galladay, touchdown!
I want to go to a team that I can help and that can also help me. And I think the Giants were the best fit. You know, you're going to get somebody who's going to step on that field and give everything you got each and every down. Straight competitor, a real dog. 19 going to give you everything you got.
So the Giants have signed veteran tight end Kyle Rudolph.
I was able to speak to Coach Judge and Coach Garrett on the phone. And when I hung up the phone with them, I knew this was exactly where I needed to be. You know, I was somebody who loved basketball, played basketball all the way through high school. And a contested catch in the red zone is no different than going up and getting a board off the glass. So
To the end zone, Rudolph! Touchdown, Vikings!
The New York Giants have agreed to terms with corner Adoree Jackson.
It's been a long process, a long journey, and you know everything happened for a reason. I wish y'all could feel what I'm feeling right now. You know, the energy that I got and the emotion I got, because man, I've been through a lot, and so I'm just thankful and grateful.
I made it clear to the fan base, I made it clear to the coaches at the end of the year that I wanted to be a key recruiter and I wanted to help bring huge players that come to New York. And I reached out and talked to some of the guys who are interested in joining the team about the great fan base we have, the great players we have in our locker room, the great coaches we have, the great training staff, and how we want to win, how competitive we are each and every day. And man, the New York Giants, New York sold itself. And man, I can't wait to get back to it. So you guys stay happy, you guys stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.
Deep down the field, he's got his man! It's Ross for the touchdown!
Anywhere they want me, anywhere they need me, I'm ready to go. I love the game, you know, and I'm here to help in any way possible.
They have loaded this offense up. Galladay, Slayton, Shepard. Now you got 2 of the top 10 tight ends in football. They got weapons. Right. You go receiver to tight end, it's one of the top 5 or 6 in football.
You're always looking to upgrade, whether it's wide receiver, tackle, whatever. It's about value, and it's, you know, how you're building your team, what you're looking to do, and you can never have too many good players in one position.
That versatile free agent class will contribute across the board. And while each player had various reasons for joining Big Blue, there was one common denominator: the man setting the tone from practice to game day and everything in between.
Joe Judge was one of my favorite coaches back at the Patriots, so, you know, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to play under him.
That's it, D, that's it, baby! He gets the most out of his players, and I feel like I thrive in that type of environment.
Everybody here understand who you are physically. You understand that?
What was the pitch, basically, for the Giants? Was Joe Judge involved in that? I've only seen Joe Judge recover a fumble in training camp in the mud.
His combination of an old school mentality, but his newer school approach.
Wake up the pads! Wake up the pads! Wake up your pads!
Just the whole mindset of just winning. He's not gonna let you slack off at all, and I could see that now, and I haven't even stepped on the practice field with him.
I don't want a yes man coaching me, you know. I want a guy that's gonna, you know, tell me this is the way you do it.
That's a hell of a job up front, baby. That's it right there. Hell of a job.
The atmosphere that he brings, he gets everybody's energy going. He's right up in the mix, and, you know, you can tell that he's passionate about it.
Biggest thing right now is let's play with better eyes.
He's trying to get the best out of his players.
You know, just going and trying to knock people's heads off.
Tackle inside out, inside out!
He said a quote to me about overachievers don't accept mediocrity. When your head coach aligns perfectly with your view and your mindset of not settling for mediocrity, it's somebody that you want to go to work for and you want to go to work with.
The synergy between the coaching staff and front office is just as crucial when it comes to constructing the roster. And Joe Judge's staff takes pride in covering every detail imaginable.
I have this crazy idea that we should collaborate, and this crazy idea we should bring in players that fit coaches' schemes. The best part is the direction and him and his staff explaining the type of player they're looking for. It's quite helpful.
The staff in particular does an excellent job of painting a picture of what they're looking for, every position, every role, and it makes it easier for Ken Sturfeld, Matt Schager, Nick Latesta, Corey Lockett, our pro scouts, when they're looking for players and they're identifying players, not just grading them, but grading the players and then identifying those that best fit what our coaches are looking for. So having that collaboration and that communication has made a big difference in our processes. The plan initially was, well, first we went to ownership and asked them, given the circumstances of 2020, how aggressive could we be? And none of this happens without their support. And I think we got more than we expected from them. We're grateful for it. And the plan was, if possible, to address 2-3 key spots, starters, a couple of them, and then some depth across our roster. We did feel like we were lacking in depth. We started off with not a lot of cap room, but a static look at a salary cap on a particular day doesn't really give you a great sense of what a team's current cap position really is. And we did some things this year because we were given the green light to be aggressive that we wouldn't normally choose to do. You know, we used lower first-year cap numbers and we renegotiated some contracts to spread the cap hits out over future years, and that's not ideal. But we thought that there were opportunities this year that we needed to take advantage of, and we understood that with a lower cap number this year, if we wanted to be aggressive, that we'd have to do some things, you know, again, extraordinary times, extraordinary measures, and it was worth bringing in the players that we targeted this year at the prices that we did.
And those players will now work in conjunction with the incoming draft class to bolster the roster, as free agency is just one half of the equation. When the first facet goes according to plan, it provides flexibility for stage 2.
You can do things in free agency that meet needs that you feel like you have in your roster, then it allows you the freedom once you get to draft day to not be tempted by those needs. You know, the high-level signings, the ones that get the headlines, and some depth pieces that we think we added. We think we've done a good job of making it so that we can be as pure looking at our board and drafting the players we think are the best fits for the New York Giants, regardless of position.
The process for finding those players is a bit different this year. With no official scouting combine, Pro Days took center stage as prospects showcased their talents in a more intimate setting. A benefit for all parties in a very unique offseason.
Pro Day season was important, as it always is, but even more important this year with our limited access on campus this whole fall. It gave us really our one and only opportunity to get on campus in the facilities to get up close to the players. Meeting prospects in person, to me, is one of the biggest pieces of the scouting evaluation process. You know, besides, you know, obviously the game tape and film and football, I think it's right there. You're going to invest all the time and money into that's going to help win a Super Bowl with. You got to know him, and you got to know he's going to be here for the right reasons. If you have an opportunity to work out the player and be in charge of the drills and run the football and get up as close as you can, we encourage them to do that. And really, you can really get a good sense of not only who they are mentally, whether they can take the reps and learn, but really feel their strength and their movement. So we always encourage our staff, you know, if you have an opportunity to work out a player to pro day, take advantage of that. The college season was extremely difficult for us evaluators. You know, our whole job is to be there on campus, spending days and hours in taped rooms, meeting with people, being at practices, really getting things that you can't get from just watching film. Scouts work their butts off to find new ways of gathering information. As the season opened up and draft season started, you know, we were allowed 5 Zooms per player, and we take advantage of that and treated it exactly how we would treat a combine interview, just so we have that to stack the players against from years past. So we've been meeting since the beginning of April. We actually were able to get our scouts in the building between the coaching staff and the personnel staff. But we're getting down to it, and we're excited to see where this goes, building the New York Giants draft board.